Lafayette was named one of the best cities recently to live in Louisiana. But the real question is it safe for you? Is it safe for your family, your kids? Well, today I'm going to answer that question for you. Is Lafayette still safe? My name is Drake Abshire, and I am a local real estate agent with Epic Realty down in Lafayette, Louisiana. And if you're thinking about moving to the area, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you. All of my contact information is in the description below. So let's go ahead and talk about the growth and the safety of Lafayette. What is the overall feel for the safety and the lifestyle that you can expect here? As Louisiana continues to grow at a steady rate of 2 to 3% every single year, well, Lafayette, of course, is not the exception. It is truly growing with it as well. But as most cities that are continuing to grow, people can have concerns, or new residents, about the safety, or is there any concerns to be aware of? So is Lafayette still safe? Well, absolutely. I am born and raised from here. I had moved away for a period, but moved back and have been back for 6 years. And for me personally, and for many that I know, safety has not been a big concern. When you compare the crime rate of Lafayette versus other bigger cities, you can really see there is a pretty significant difference that Lafayette is considered safer. Well, if we look at other surrounding smaller cities, we look at Alexandria. Again, Lafayette in those categories is rated as being safer than those. And really, this is partly due to the fact that we have great law enforcement that has really been putting efforts to ensure people's safety, and the overall community working together to make sure that we're putting safety operations in place and things that are continuing to build and create unity within our communities, and that keep people overall safe, and we're progressing in positive ways. The beautiful thing is that you moving here, you can continue to contribute to that community environment. So just have in mind that there's always the possibility of just being on the lookout for people, being a good neighbor, right? Doing things to help others, and just keeping the lookout. We also just report anything that looks suspicious, or anyone in the area who seems out of the norm. Just keeping that watchful eye is what contributes overall to our community feeling better and continuing to grow. How do I personally feel about being here in Lafayette, Louisiana, and what does the crime feel like to me personally? Well, I have to report that clients reporting any type of incidences to me that have happened in their homes or in the area, I would have to say zero. I don't think I've had any situations where clients have reported anything. The biggest reports or smallest things that I've ever heard of is maybe a car break-in here or there, but that is usually in parking lots in major shopping areas that people may be driving through, or if someone left their car door unlocked. So those are small, considered petty crimes that can happen. That's just something to be aware of, and just a commonality when it comes to those things. But just keeping things out of sight, making sure they're locked up, putting things in the trunk, just places where people can't see them. And then, of course, making sure your things are locked away. Something about that Southern hospitality is we do build strong community. We look out for one another, and people do tend to flock together to make sure that we're continuing to build a safer community for all of our families to grow up in. The best thing that I can ever encourage you to do is try your best to make friends with your neighbors, because, of course, if you do good to them, they are more than welcome to do good to you, and make sure we are all looking out for each other. Now, all of this may make you wonder, well, how does safety impact home prices? The good news is that when you have safe communities, home prices tend to rise. So that means things get better with time. That prices are better, people move to those areas, people want to stay in those areas, and hence that is what causes home prices to rise, which is, of course, if you're a seller or homeowner, a very good thing. Or if you're planning to purchase in the area, you can have confidence that your home values, if you buy correctly, will continue to rise. Of course, as people begin to see these benefits from other areas, it causes them to want to flock to these types of areas. And I'm really hearing that people love Lafayette, even people from outside of other cities. I was recently at a meeting in Lake Charles, and they talked about the same thing. They love Lafayette. Every time they come, they enjoy their visit, and that it feels so much better than some of the other cities that they've lived in or that surround the areas, that there's just a different vibe that sometimes they can't even put their finger on, but they love it. And of course, I've even worked with many investors who find Lafayette to be very, very appealing for those same reasons, is that there's still affordable housing that they can purchase, but that they also see great opportunities opportunities to find good tenants and places that tenants would likely want to stay and rent for longer periods of time. So overall, the market is strong, whether you're investing for yourself or whether it's just investments in general as a business decision is also a great idea. Now you may be wondering, what are the current home prices and what do you get for that price? Well, the average home price right now in Lafayette is hovering around that $250, $255 range, and we've been holding there steady for the past few years. For this price, you can get a modern 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. It's usually newer in construction or maybe just a few years old in a great neighborhood. It's usually something with an HOA or something with pretty average size homes. They can really range in square footage price. You're looking from anywhere about 13,000 square feet to maybe about 1,500 square feet. We have plenty of upscale neighborhoods such as River Ranch, which offer a much higher cost of living, but also a very different lifestyle. Right in the center of town, restaurants, bars, there's lots of community events. There's a country club that they have. So all of those things really come with a higher price tag, but all the benefits of living in one of these upscale areas. But the price tags that you can expect for that is one of the smaller cottage homes can range really anywhere from that 400,000 to about 600,000 range, but they have homes that go all the way up into the millions. If you're looking for more of a estate or something that's along the river, you can really expect those really high prices on those properties. Of course, these home prices I'm giving you, we really don't know how long those home prices will last. Historically, we've seen around the country, despite where the interest rates have been and the market being so different than it has been the past few years, we have still seen increases of about 4 to 7% in the prices of homes. And in Lafayette itself, we've seen really home prices holding pretty steady. They really haven't come down very much despite that. So imagine if interest rates do come down, we know prices will for sure continue to rise just because of supply and demand. But of course, over time, we will likely begin to see those price increases as the economy begins to continually cool. So if you're really looking for a safe place to live in Louisiana that has good prices now, then I would say Lafayette is the place to go, and the surrounding suburbs. I know you would enjoy it and it would be a great decision. I've lived here for years. I am an expert in all of the neighborhoods in this area, and I really can help you make the best move and best decision for you and your family. So of course, if you're thinking of moving to Lafayette to make it the best place for you and your family to live, please reach out to me and my team. We would love to connect with you and help you make this move a reality. And also, if you love this video, upcoming, I will have the best 8 neighborhoods that are available for you to live in Lafayette coming up. So please continue to follow along on my journey of these videos. And thank you so much for all of your support. Please like, follow, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.